We have one lamb here this morning, Miss Elizabeth. It's Pat's granddaughter. Elizabeth, let me ask you, I met you earlier. Have I met you before? Have you been here and visited with us before?
Yes.
Okay, forgive me if I don't remember, because I'm pretty sure that's my wife over there, but I'm not absolutely, I don't remember everything.
Her and Phoebe's been here before.
All right.
But Phoebe's not here today.
All right. I have something to show you. Would you like to come down here to the front row and sit right? Come down here just a minute. I want you to be able to see, and I'm going to show you something that's really kind of small that I've got that you may have to be closer to see. Can you tell what that is? If I threw it to you, could you catch it? I'm not going to do that. Because we might lose it, and then this whole thing would be gone. That's a penny. That's a penny. You know whose picture's on the front? Who?
Abraham Lincoln.
That's right, Abraham Lincoln, President of the United States. Actually, do you know that he's also on the back of the penny? There's a picture of the Lincoln Memorial on the back. And if you have a magnifying glass or really, really good eyes, you look in there, and actually sitting inside of the Lincoln Memorial is Abraham Lincoln sitting up on a big concrete chair. It looks very uncomfortable. But a lot of people don't know that. So he's on the back and on the front. I want to talk with you today, and when I do tricks like this, I know that you may not be able to see that penny. It's not a shiny penny, it's a well-worn, used penny, and so it's kind of, it's kind of dark, a little copper, but it's very dull looking. I'm going to be talking in my sermon today about some things that a man named Paul said, or God said through Paul, and that some things that Jesus said. If we were to say it in today's words, you can see my fingers wiggle, short sleeves, penny. We would say it this way. Jesus would say, you're making a mountain out of a molehill. I've got some molehills in my front yard. A mole is a little bitty tiny creature, kind of looks like a rat. And it digs and burrows under the ground, makes tunnels. And everywhere it goes, it doesn't go very deep, so when it kind of goes under the ground and digs, it always makes a hill. You can tell where it's been in your yard. There are little bitty lines and it's little hills. They're molehills. And so Jesus was saying, look at that thing, and some people will say, oh, it's a mountain. It's a funny way of saying something very small, and you're pretending that it's very big. Now, it's on one hand, I might be able to tell you that it's very easy to do a magic trick with a penny because it's so small. And I might make a mistake and you wouldn't be able to tell. But also, it's very hard with my big old clumsy hands handling a penny. I want you to watch, Elizabeth, and I'm going to take this penny just like that. And I'm going to put it in my pocket. Now, even while my hand is still in my pocket, I'm going to reach over here behind my knee and produce that penny. Now, as I take that penny, I want you to watch it. I'm going to kind of shake it up and down a little bit. Can you see it now? I just made a mountain out of a molehill. Now you can see it. Sometimes, Jesus actually said it this way. He was talking to the religious people of his day, and he said, you strain at a gnat and swallow a camel. You know, a camel with a big old hump on it? He was saying, you know, a gnat is like a little bitty tiny insect, and it buzzes around. You ever had one fly in your mouth? It happens sometimes. And Jesus was saying that that'll fly into your mouth, and you act like you'll choke on it, and then you'll say, oh, there's a camel. You just swallow it, and it won't even bother you. Jesus said, you're making some very tiny things or unimportant things very, very, very important. But he says, there are some very, very, very important things. He says, you're just pretending that they're not even there. I think we're living in a world today, Elizabeth, where people get very, very worried about lot of things. There are many, many people who might feel that it's very important to know everything they can about the coronavirus or COVID-19, but they don't know anything at all about God. I think that's what Jesus was talking about. We ought to know we ought to learn what we can about the virus. The most important thing that they could ever learn is not about a disease or a virus or how it might affect us or even make us sick, but to find out about the God who made us, and his Son is Jesus. All right. Yeah, that's real. All right, thank you very much. You can go back to your seat again. Brother Dan, if you would, come and continue to lead us.